Today marks 75 days until Election Day, and Byron Brown cannot afford to waste a single one of those days. His upset loss to India Walton in the Democratic primary means Brown and his campaign will have to work a lot harder. But as our Steve Brown reports, the current mayor is tapping into support in South Buffalo.
There are literally signs, lots of them, of a renewed interest in re-electing Byron Brown in South Buffalo. Another sign would be this: a gathering last week of volunteers at the Ironworkers Union Hall.
What motivated me is to keep Mayor Brown in the office that he has. He's been doing a great job with our city. I could see him doing a lot more, and I just think he's the right person for the job.
On this August evening, the volunteers were identifying likely Brown supporters and going over how to coach voters to write in Brown's name on Election Day because
this victory.
India Walton knocked the current mayor off the ballot by defeating him in the Democratic primary, making the efforts of Brown volunteers and the Brown campaign incredibly harder, requiring more volunteers, more door knocks, more one-to-one conversations, a much more labor-intensive effort.
Is there a bit of, oh darn, why didn't we just show up on primary night and we wouldn't be here this week?
Well, I think you can always feel that way, and I think you can always Monday morning quarterback, but that doesn't do anyone good at this point, quite frankly. You know, there's an election on November 2nd.
And many South Buffalonians may have special motivation to come to Brown's aid, says Investigative Post reporter Jeff Kelly.
I think he's trying to draw out support there. He's got support there because there are a lot of city employees there, a lot of department heads, a lot of political appointees, people who may feel their jobs are on the line.
Kelly adds he thinks for Brown to be successful, he will also have to reignite support on the east side, particularly in the Maston district where Brown lives. The Walton campaign had this to say about Brown's new emphasis on one-to-one campaigning. The corrupt Mr. Brown's right-wing write-in campaign is being funded and propelled by wealthy Republican real estate tycoons, and any attempt to depict it as a grassroots groundswell is nothing but smoke, mirrors, and pandering. Also, in what appears to be a long-shot effort, the current mayor has petitioned the Erie County Board of Elections to get on the ballot as an independent well after the deadline passed. We asked Brown about this today. Is this pandemic related? That's my understanding.
I'm not going to say that. I don't want to get into too much of the strategic underpinning, but we believe that there's legal precedent to be able to do this.
Now, a campaign source explains a portion of the strategy this way, that because the election cycle included a large chunk of the pandemic state of emergency, that there should be allowances for things like petitions. Now, it is expected that early next week, Erie County's 2 election commissioners will hold a hearing and decide this matter. In Buffalo, Steve Brown, Channel 2 News.